Hello, everybody. How's it going? It's Sunday,
Memorial Day weekend.
and I have not seen LJ Ruiz in a long time, nor have we done this show. It's kind of like we did WrestleMania and then nobody heard from us again. But there were reasons for this.
Yeah, we
because
had
Mr. Ruiz had to graduate college. So
yeah.
Correct? So there was a big push to the end, right? Weren't you like in exam hell? Like
it was a lot of exams, a lot of projects, a lot of figuring out credits with all that, but then it all worked out. The family came down to West Virginia, so we were a little busy for a little bit. We came back, the celebrations continued. So now you're a
real person.
I was gonna say now nobody cares anymore, so now it's over. So
That's
fine.
How it goes. I remember getting graduate, and then nobody cared. Right? It's like, oh, congratulations! Here's some gifts. This is great.
Yeah, now go find a job.
Now go figure out your life and get out of the way.
Yeah, and move out because we need the room.
Move out. See now See what I remember is they now it's the move out, get a life, support. This is all coming back.
They're like, we need to use your room, so you need to get out.
We need your room, get out, and you can't watch wrestling here anymore. So
go watch wrestling by yourself.
Go watch wrestling by yourself. But anyways, so we have lots to discuss. It is a big Memorial Day premium live event weekend for professional wrestling, which started yesterday because you have to get up at the crack of dawn if you're in Los Angeles or Alaska or Hawaii to catch King and Queen of the Ring, which was again in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Now, again, of course, now WWE has made they're doing two PLEs a year in Jeddah. So they have this deal with Saudi Arabia to do this. They must be getting lots and lots of money, I would assume, on that. And I didn't really know what to expect because here's what I've been feeling leading up to it, and I wanted to get your take. We came out of amazing WrestleMania, and then you're like, okay, we have no CM Punk, we have no Roman, we have no Seth, we have no Rhea. It was getting to the AEW syndrome of like everybody's hurt or not there.
Yeah.
Well, I was kind of like, how is this going to be even interesting? Because leading up to it, it wasn't that interesting. But I was more than pleasantly surprised yesterday, and I thoroughly thought it was amazingly great. That's my overall thing. But did you feel that way leading into it, LJ, that, there's nobody here?
I definitely felt that way, but I also felt that, like you said, WrestleMania, we got WrestleMania, and then it's like, I always feel like the first months after WrestleMania are so hard because it's like you build up, you do your biggest build up of the year and all your best storylines into WrestleMania, and then it's like, once WrestleMania ends, it's like, oh, now we have regular pay-per-views again. So it's like I was a little nervous about that, and like we didn't get to do a show after Backlash, but Backlash, which I thought was way better than I was expecting, same thing as this. So I was like, and then once again I was like, oh, I'm not too excited for King of the Ring. The King of the Ring stuff was actually pretty good. So I was like, all right, maybe these matches will be good. And then I mean, I thought it was one of their best PLEs they've done in a while. I mean,
I know.
The in-ring work was great, and
that's what I wanted to say. Yeah,
it was. I was very surprised, and I think it's basically we have to stop. What is it? What is the word? We have to stop questioning, I think, Triple H in the new era, because I think they're just gonna figure it out like they always do.
You made a really good point, and this is a comparison we'll draw later with AEW. But what I loved about this PLE was this showed their strength of WWE, not only from which we already know how they've upped their game in the production value of everything.
Yeah.
But it showed they know how to not only have a great wrestling match, but they illustrated again, they can tell the story within the match.
Yeah.
It's the storytelling combined with the athleticism, combined with the production that makes all of it just sing, right? Mm-hmm. Where you feel at AEW, which we've talked about before, like, where's the story here? What's going on? And this did lead into other things. But I thought it was great. if you go to my website, Michael Fairman TV, because I do cover WWE and AEW, there is a write-up of King and Queen of the Ring, and I graded it and went through the matches. You'll see what I said there.
I will say, I don't know if it's part of it, but this is back-to-back, which we're getting a lot of PLEs in like international, so it's a lot. Like the next one is also in Scotland. I love watching PLEs at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Like I think it is the best thing in the world. I for some reason I'm so much more interested in the PLEs when they're like during the day. I don't know why.
I know why. Because you're not like hungover or sleeping from the night before. So
you know what's funny though? I really do like truly.
You didn't go out that night, or if you did, it's a good time for you to like wake up.
Well, I was gonna say like the reason I like it's funny that you said that because like Friday night, let's say I go out, whatever, and then, Saturday.
Let's say. What do you mean? Let's say.
Okay, I did go out, and then Saturday, I get to wake up and eat a breakfast sandwich and watch a PLE. It's like the best way to start my morning. It's like awesome. I get to just chill on the couch and watch a show. I mean, there's nothing better than that. Instead of having to wait all day until 8 o'clock at night, and then especially with AEW, their shows are 8 hours long, and then it's 2 a.m. and I'm still watching it.
Well, I disagree because it's so early here. I can't get anything it's like I would love it if I was on East Coast.
I think 12 o'clock is perfect.
I think that's great.
Yeah.
But I can't get my morning, so I had to like rearrange. It's like yeah. And I want to watch it live, right? That being said, let's go through this because your girlfriend, Liv Morgan, it's his girlfriend, right? I'm kidding. But we want him to be the boyfriend of Liv Morgan. We're gunning for that.
I've already step one is already meet her, which I have. So
he's met Liv Morgan. Write us, like help us, help him get a date with Liv Morgan. So in the opening bout, it was Becky Lynch defending the WWE Women's Championship against Liv Morgan, and I, in going into it, I was like, as a writer, like looking at it, I'm like, this is the one title change. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
And there you go. I was right. First of all, the match was great. And then we have some outside interference. So what did you think going into it? Did you think Liv was going to take it?
I thought I wanted Liv to win. Second, I kind of figured she would be the one to win that match. I just didn't think. I thought it was smart at the time to have Becky win.
Here's your girlfriend.
Yeah. Which outfit on point, by the way.
On point.
Yeah. She looks great with the title. She definitely deserves it. She's one of the hardest workers they have in the industry. And, I just think it's interesting to see where this leads with Becky because, I mean, there's a lot of rumors about her contract and that she hasn't extended yet. But the only thing is that Seth extended, and I don't see her leaving Seth. And, it would make sense. It wouldn't really, with the family and everything. Me personally, maybe there's a chance she just doesn't extend right away and she goes away for a little bit and just wants to be home. But I don't think she's going to leave and go to a company. But
so that's what I saw. All I saw afterwards on X and on social media.
Yeah.
The reason she dropped the title was because she didn't sign her contract. She hasn't signed her contract. I don't know. And then of course, I thought she was hilarious. That thing after the match, you're like, I don't know what just went on here. She, is John doing this or this or that. I want a rematch. So maybe there's a rematch tonight or on.
Actually, Monday. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. I mean, with those two, you definitely could do it back. I definitely interested. I really want to know because everyone's thing is that they think that Dom did it on purpose because they've been doing all these teases on social media with.
Yes.
Yeah, with Dom liking Liv's post and they were in the background together and all this stuff. So it's definitely interesting to see where this leads. It's definitely I'm sure you agree. It's definitely. I think the whole bigger picture is just going to lead to Rhea and Liv once she comes back, because I think that's the storyline they're doing with Dom being included. So I'm definitely.
Here's my take. Liv and Dom are working together.
Yeah, and they're a couple. Yeah, it would make sense.
That's a very WCW old school story that I used to love back in the day when it was really on fire. They always had the like girl switching up with the guy. Like there was.
And it definitely works. It definitely works with them wanting to, because I've heard they really want Rhea to like be the big baby face, which she basically is anyway. So, and I think Liv's great heel. I think Liv's better as a heel than she is a face. So Liv being a heel with Dom would be perfect, in my opinion. And you have Rhea be the baby face.
Just think about the construct of that, right? And remember Michael Cole's like, I don't understand. Like nobody knew what was really.
Yeah.
Is he helping?
Yeah, it didn't make sense. Yeah.
And then he had the ref calling it. It gave Liv time to do it. It has to be.
Yeah, I think
how will you feel if Liv is in a romance with Dom? Are you going to be upset?
It's okay. I'm not going to be too upset. But okay. what I was reading online, which I thought was pretty interesting, was that, you know, this could be way more down the line, but Rhea's actual boyfriend is a free agent soon from AEW. So they were saying, what if you brought him in and had her with Rhea like they are in real life, and did that as a thing, and had Rhea and Buddy and Dom and Liv do a little storyline, which I think would be pretty cool.
It would be cool. The only thing is, how do you explain Buddy? Even though he's a real life spouse, how do you explain him in the story when she's been supposedly with Dom, unless she's been secretly with this guy, which is not right. But that was good.
Yeah, I liked it, and I just thought before that the in-ring stuff was just great. I mean, they have really good chemistry. Those two.
Usually I'm not. I think we've talked about this. You know, I've been like, sometimes I think Becky's great sometimes, but I thought she sold the moves and was really good in this match.
Yeah, she was great.
I thought she was great. I do not see her leaving unless, I mean, she is a new mom. I'm not new, but
yeah, that's basically what I said. I see her either taking time off and just being with her kid while Seth, because Seth is also not going to be back for a while. So I could see her just, you know, hanging out for a little bit. Well, I don't see her leaving.
Okay. Do you have an update on what is happening with Seth? Did he have surgery on the knee?
He had surgery on his meniscus, which is not that long of a recovery, but supposedly just like some wear and tear that he needed to get done. He wrestled at WrestleMania with a torn meniscus, which is insane to me. I mean, I tore my ACL, which is a little worse, but like I can't even imagine wrestling for that long. And that's why it makes sense, because it took him so long to get into the ring, and it's because he literally couldn't move. So that's why it was.
Which I got the shot, the big thing at the end when it was like, where is he?
Because he was supposed to get in the ring way sooner than that, and we were all like, "What the hell happened?" And
because I think he must have re-injured it even worse during that match. Because remember how he was limping out?
Yeah, and I don't know if you noticed, people saw this on Twitter, which I thought was interesting. When he was doing his curb stomp to Drew on WrestleMania, he wasn't landing on his knee. He was just falling completely because he couldn't stomp on his knee. So he would just do the curb stomp and then fall onto the ring because he literally couldn't land on that knee. That's how bad. Yeah,
that I didn't catch.
Yeah, like he would just do the curb stomp and then usually he'll land on his leg. That one he would just fall completely and then roll over. It was that bad.
I just remember him crying multiple times, but I thought it was part of the story.
Probably really hurt.
But I think it probably really hurt. I mean, he had gone through so much leading up to that, too. So we don't think his return is anytime soon.
I see him. I definitely would see him around. Like I think they're gonna want him at SummerSlam because I think he would be ready for that. But we'll see, because that's in a few months.
And what is your take on Roman? Is he just off the show for story purposes so they can build this really awful bloodline young asshole group that he comes back? And of course, I believe, and you probably do too, Solo did not get permission from him to run the bloodline. He's just going rogue.
I think he got permission from The Rock, which is what they're going to end up going towards. Yeah.
But not Roman.
But not Roman. Yeah.
Right, because isn't Roman going to come back and ultimately be the face of this?
Yeah, I mean that would be great. I mean the way that
amazing.
It would be awesome, because you still have your bloodline like storyline, but then you also have. I mean, it really is fascinating. Like when you think about the bloodline story, about how long it's been, and like when they said after WrestleMania last year that we were together to watch, and they said, "Oh, it's only the first inning or second inning," and they were. I mean, they're really like it just shows that they didn't need the title on Roman this whole time, because look, he doesn't have the title, and it's still the best storyline in all of pro wrestling. I mean, I think Tama Tonga is amazing. I mean, like the way his character is exactly what it should have been. Like his person and the crazy guy and all that stuff. It's perfect. So and this is the best work Solo's done in his entire career.
Because they let him like develop his character. But what I loved is Paul Heyman going, "There's a reason we didn't have these people in here."
Yeah,
You know, which shows you there's a story.
Yeah,
there's an actual story. I'm really interested to see what happens. Now, one more question before we move on. Where is Jimmy Uso?
Was he hurt?
See, I wanted to ask you. I may have missed something, and I do watch everything, everybody. But I'm like, where's Jimmy? Or is he off?
Because he got beat up. He got beat up by the Bloodline, and it hasn't been
Bloodline
after that. So I don't know.
Solo like took him out.
Yeah, and Tonga the day he debuted.
Out of the Bloodline, and he's out of the Bloodline.
I think they're waiting. I think they're gonna wait till Jimmy comes back full time with Roman. I think they're gonna come back together. So I think I don't think we're gonna get him for a while. The only thing that's so interesting to me is that like Jay is just so popular, and I don't really know if I even want him to be involved in the Bloodline story anymore because I just feel like he's past that. Like I feel like he really has separated himself.
But the only problem I have with it is that is such a stacked roster on Raw.
Yeah.
Where in the like ladder do you see him even getting a title around himself? I just don't see it.
Yeah.
So is he just going to be that mid-level top guy that never really gets anywhere? That's kind of where.
I mean, it's funny because I know the storyline has been really good with Drew and Damian, but like I really wouldn't even have minded if they just gave it to Jay at Backlash. I mean, like the crowd was
so nuts. By the way, France, here's to you.
Yeah, best wrestling crowd I've ever witnessed.
Ever.
Yeah.
France. Then we have Sami Zayn coming out in front of his home in Middle East.
Yeah.
I think he's from Syria, right?
Syria.
Is it Syrian descent?
Yeah.
So, of course, the crowd went ape shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it was ape shit time.
Because the good thing was that, I mean, we remember he used to not go because he used to not want to do the whole thing, and then he ended up going, and they loved him there. So, I mean, it's at least he's going, and he gets the love he gets.
I mean, that match was also better than I thought it was going to be, just because those moves when Gable did what was the move? They all went backward, and you had to put the strongest guy behind, which was Gable. You couldn't have had Sammy in that position because he had to throw Bronson and him.
Gable's just awesome. I mean, he's a great heel. I didn't think he was gonna be this good of a heel, by the way. He's so much better than I expected.
But the best part was he's definitely Kurt Angle 2.0 because they're going.
Yeah, and it's so good.
You suck.
And like they know what they're doing, like they're leaning into it too, which is hilarious. I would love if Kurt Angle was like his manager or something. It would be hilarious.
Kurt Angle should come out as the manager.
Yeah.
Because even they were going, "You suck," and chanting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do you feel about just Sammy with the IC championship? Do you like it?
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I don't see this lasting. I see they had to keep it going till Jeddah. Right? You got your guy from the Middle East. We're going to Saudi Arabia. You're not going to take the Intercontinental title off of him there.
No.
But I don't know how long this can really last because you went from Gunther, 666 days or whatever, to Sammy. I just can't see the array of people that he'd have to go up against him legitimately beating those people.
Yeah.
I think it may be a short run. What do you think?
I just really would like to see either like Jay hold it or Gable. So like I think Gable does deserve it. It would be awesome. I mean, especially with the work he's doing now. The next one we have is Scotland. I mean, I wonder what they're setting up there, but it would be nice to see. I personally would rather Gable win it at the next pay-per-view or whenever they fight again.
But do you think it? But what I'm saying is, you've got so much talent in WWE that somebody like Gunther was there for 666.
Yeah.
What about all these? You've got so many people. Like I'm going even.
And that's why it's funny because they're so stacked.
So like, don't you give some of your other popular LA Knight anybody? Like nobody's got the. I don't know. It's like there's so many popular.
And with a championship like that, you could bounce it around like a little bit. So that's why I think they should. I just think there's so many guys that we would like to see with it.
We got to talk about the moment in the match, which of course was Gable slapping the crap out of Otis and calling Otis a dumb shit or whatever he said. And and the commentator's like, he doesn't think he's so dumb. Like he can't figure out what to do. And he ultimately clotheslines Gable. But in my head, I'm like, could we make it that Otis was smart and he wanted to clothesline the guy?
That's probably what. Yeah,
is that where we're going here?
I think that's what we're going with. I think it's gonna be Otis not gonna be with him anymore. But it just sucks because I don't know, a guy like Otis, I just feel like he kind of needs a group. So I don't know if they do separate. I don't know how much he's gonna really be doing on his own. That's the only thing.
I'm just afraid it's gonna be the same thing as the Luchasaurus.
Yeah.
AEW, where he, no matter what the guy did, he put up with it and kept going on.
Yeah.
But your other girl, Maxine Dupree, she's out.
Yeah, they kicked her. They said, go back. Go in the back.
What happens to her?
I don't know.
She has no story, and neither does the other guy.
Oh, Tozawa. The one we interviewed.
The one with the headband who's...
Yeah,
he has no story.
No.
So we got Sammy. Here he is. Oops, wins the title. And Jeddah goes nuts.
Yeah, it was good.
But it was, again, I was expecting it to stink. Do you know what I mean? I was like, oh, this is going to be, I know it's going to happen. He's going to win. Bronson Reed, I don't care.
Yeah.
But it didn't feel like that.
And Reed also is a better performer than I expected too. He's pretty good in the ring.
How does he even get up on the rope without
I don't get it. I would break my neck.
I'd fall. Yeah, I don't know how that happened. All right, so then we come to Nia Jax versus Lyra Valkyrie, if I'm even saying that right. Which I didn't realize she was from Ireland, and so is Becky.
Yeah.
But she's from Dublin, and Becky's from a different town.
Yeah.
At first, I was like, why are these two even in this? I'm like, they're obviously going to give it to Nia Jax.
Yeah, you knew. It was very predictable. I mean, the match, in my opinion, that was the worst one of the night. It was a slower match. It was okay. I mean, I think Valkyrie's really good, but yeah. I mean, I definitely I had a feeling that was going to win the whole time.
Me too, from the beginning.
Yeah.
But the best move was her literally sitting
squashing. Yeah, it was a squash. Literally squashed her like a bug.
I was like, is this girl gonna breathe? I was like, that looked like it was a great end because how could you come back from that?
Yeah, it was a good move to end it, and I actually and I love, since we're talking about King of the Ring now, or Queen of the Ring, I love that now it's officially winner gets championship opportunity at SummerSlam, which is great. So now it actually has meaning behind it. So now Nia Jax gets an automatic championship against, I guess it would be Liv if she's still holding it. So that's I love that they actually made it a meaning that you don't just get a crown and then you go home, because then it was kind of stupid.
It was really stupid and it had no meaning, and I didn't care. The only thing I don't like about it is, can't they choose whatever championship, or it has to be the lower championship?
I think it's whatever championship brand you're on. So I guess it would be.
That wasn't made clear, because I was hoping it was going to be all I wanted, which we'll get into in a minute. All I wanted was Gunther Cody. I would have been. That's all I want to see, but I'm not getting that because I thought it was going to be. Right.
I think it is though, because if they're. Oh no, yeah, because Cody's on SmackDown. Yeah, you're right.
So Nia gets crowned, and remember,
I'll be honest. I thought for him and Gunther, for her and Gunther, I just thought the Triple H doing it was a little corny. Like I thought it was kind of stupid.
I thought it was really weird. And the thing that, and then when she cried, is that because she had gone through so much?
I think that was natural and like she got emotion, but like I don't know. I just thought the crowning with I didn't think the crowning was stupid. I just thought when you have your Triple H doing it, who runs the show, it looks weird. I don't know.
It should have been like somebody from Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, something.
You know, like somebody, is there anybody like somebody related to the?
Go have Michael Cole do it or something. I don't know. Like
that was so weird. But the only thing I loved about Nia Jax is her turning on the audience and going, "Shut up!" Like
I mean, as much as people talk about Nia Jax, I mean, she's doing great work. The best work she's ever done, ever. She's really not bad at all, and I think people like underestimate her a little bit. But she's
I like Nia Jax, and isn't she a plus size model?
I think so.
Because her face is beautiful.
Yeah, because we saw her not too far from us at our last interviews we did at Royal Rumble, and she was beautiful. So I mean, it was I definitely think she's getting the stuff she deserves, and I could see her holding the title too.
But it was kind of weird to have like all the big stars like the EST fall away. Like they didn't want to give anybody.
Yeah.
Like nobody of. It was kind of like. That's why I was like, oh, this is going to be bad. But yeah. I didn't hate it, and I guess we're getting a push with her, so she's going to end up against Liv. That won't happen. That's two bad girls.
Well, they said she gets an automatic championship opportunity at SummerSlam, and I'm assuming it's the brand she's on. So I would assume
but it could switch.
Yeah, it could switch. I could see it switching before, like, because then we have Scotland, right? Scotland's the next one, right?
Yep, a few weeks.
Yeah, another one. They're doing a bunch of PLEs, and then we have Money in the Bank in July.
Oh, is Money in the Bank before SummerSlam? Oh, that's right.
July 6th. Money in the Bank, Toronto, which I'm considering going to because it's not too far from me. And I've never been to Canada, so I would like to go.
I've never been to Toronto.
Just as a fan, though. Just as a fan, I want us to go watch and chill.
I haven't been to Toronto.
Yeah, I was looking at, I mean, the tickets are a lot. But I guess...
From you?
No, like the tickets for the actual event.
Well, guess what? I just want to say this. So I realized that AEW Dynamite is here in LA on Wednesday.
You're gonna go?
Well, so wait. I went to look at the tickets. They're not sold out, and the tickets are not bad.
You should go so we could see how true the attendance stuff is.
I might go and just send pictures.
Yeah, because I've seen pictures. I want to see if they're real or not.
But again, I would love to go as press, but apparently, we have to. I can't quite figure out.
You have to give them your firstborn.
I have to give them my firstborn, which isn't going to happen. So I don't know what I'm supposed to give them. I don't quite know what to do. Okay, now we have the men's King of the Ring, which was Gunther and Randy Orton, and once again the crowd went nuts with Randy's song.
I wanted Randy to win so bad. I wanted Randy Cody so bad.
I did not. I wanted Gunther Cody.
You don't want to see Randy Cody?
No, I want Gunther Cody. I told you in my text I was rooting for Gunther. I know, guys. I know you're probably mad, but I think Gunther's so great.
So do I. I just think Gunther has the longer. Like, I don't know when Cody's gonna get another chance. You know what I mean? I mean, Randy is getting another chance to get a shot.
I think Randy has gone through hell. I think it's really hard to do what he's doing. I don't know how much longer can Randy Orton.
He said 50, so we'll see.
Okay, I know I'm not Randy Orton, but I've had 4 spinal operations and my neck fused.
Yeah.
So I can relate to that. It's not easy.
Yeah.
I don't care what he looks like now. It's got to be hard.
Yeah.
How long can he keep doing it? I'm a Randy Orton.
That match just showed. I mean, he's one of I can't believe I genuinely think he's still like underrated. Like he's one of the best ever. Like I think he could easily be top 10 ever. and it's truly, he loves it. I mean, that match was great. Him and Gunther were great together.
I love that match.
I
love that match. I really did. I thought it was great.
I think they're definitely gonna. I think they're going to, because they mentioned it. I think they're gonna do a little storyline with his shoulder being up.
Oh wait, can we? That's what I want to talk about. So let's set the stage here. So we get the end. I want to go to the image. Here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
Here we go. This is what the controversy is, people. That Gunther pins Randy, but his left or right shoulder is up, and the referee is counting 3
and staring at him,
which makes no sense.
Yeah.
So now, of course, all of this has been the talk. You crown Gunther, then you have the backstage segment with Triple H, which I believe is on social media, or it was on social media.
Yeah.
When Bryan goes up to him and is like, what is going to happen here? And he says the referee's decision is final. And they're not taking the crown away from Gunther, but there'll be hopefully a rematch at some point. But Randy's kind of banged up when Randy's ready to go. Okay. 1, did Gunther, who's the executioner, knows the best wrestling, didn't realize that? I don't know. 2, the referee is blind. 3, Randy Orton didn't make a big inner stink.
This is what I think. I think
it's planned.
I think we're gonna get this. I think this was a perfect way to get Gunther the crown, have him get an automatic championship opportunity against most likely, I don't know, Drew, I guess, at SummerSlam. I don't know who's gonna be the champion. We'll see. It's gonna be whoever the champion is on Raw, because that's what they're gonna do. But I think this is a perfect way for Randy to then come out and say, I didn't lose. And that's a perfect way for him to still be able to fight Cody. So I think we're going to get Randy Cody at SummerSlam.
I think that's where this has to be going.
He's going to say, all right, since you didn't, whatever, we'll give you a shot against Cody at SummerSlam, whatever. And I think I really want that.
That would be amazing. But when in that match, if we get Cody Randy, who do you root for?
I'm rooting for Randy.
Well, we know you're rooting for Randy, but I'm saying, is that what people would do? Or is Randy going to gouge, his eyes and choke Cody and be bad, when he does bad?
I could see Randy turning a little bit heel, especially even with this. Maybe this starts leading to him because I mean, heel Randy is just the best, and we need it.
Heel Randy is much better.
Need it one more time. We do
I think we need heel Randy. I think that's part of the problem.
And it's been a long time since he's been a heel. It's been like 5 or 6 years.
I think heel Randy is the problem here. We don't have. So it's kind of like
SmackDown is very big babyface. So there's a lot of baby faces.
Why is Raw not more? It seems just more stacked. When it's wasn't
more stacked, and I guess when Roman comes back, SmackDown will be. It literally just Roman coming back, SmackDown will be fine. It's just they don't have their biggest star there, so it's for now they have to just get through the motions.
Okay, but wait.
I'm still listening. I'm just gonna blow my nose, so I'm gonna turn the camera off for a second. But I can hear you.
I'll talk. Clash at the Castle. If it's Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest, you have 2 bad guys there, but obviously Drew's going to be the favorite there, and he's going to win it in Ireland.
Yeah.
So he wins it in Ireland, but he comes out of Ireland back to the States as a jerk. He still has to go up against Punk because they have that massive feud coming. So wouldn't it be Punk and Drew at SummerSlam if Punk's ready to go?
I just honestly don't know if
you're going to put Drew against Gunther. Well, who am I rooting for here? They're all bad guys.
I'll be honest. I don't know if Drew's 100% winning in Scotland.
Oh, that would be good.
I personally think that there's a big chance Punk costs Drew in Scotland.
You know what? That's it.
Yeah, because I don't see Drew. I know it would be awesome for Drew to win in his hometown, but I mean, if you really want to go into this feud, this big match, which I think we're 100% getting at SummerSlam, which is Drew CM Punk, because CM Punk I heard is like already basically cleared. If you really want that to be the best match of the night and the most storyline, all that stuff, you got to do Punk costing Drew. You have to, unless you want it to be. Because then you can still do Gunther, Damian at SummerSlam, which I think Gunther probably wins. Because then with them doing the whole gets automatic championship opportunity, you can't have Drew win because then what is Punk doing? You can't.
Right. Then Punk is
SummerSlam has to be Drew Punk. So there's no way he wins the title now with Gunther getting the automatic championship opportunity.
All right. So here's the end of this match. And Triple H comes in and gives Gunther the crown, and Gunther doesn't know what to do with the crown. He's like, do I put it on my head or what am I supposed to do? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
And then Gunther also like told off the audience.
Definitely two heels winning was interesting.
And it was weird. That was the thing. It was two heels winning and Triple H congratulating them like, isn't this great? And then the two heels going, shut up, everybody.
Yeah.
And I don't know. So the bigger match you feel would obviously be Orton Rhodes at SummerSlam for the title, not Cody Gunther.
I just think if you have SummerSlam, which is now 2 nights, by the way, we didn't get to talk about that.
But hey, we'll get into that.
Yeah. If you go to SummerSlam, storyline wise, and like they used to be together and Legacy and all that stuff, and they never fought 1-on-1. If you have Randy and Cody, Gunther and Damian, and then Drew and Punk as your matches, I mean, like I just think that's the best in total variety that you can get.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
We have a couple of comments over here on the.
Oh, thank you for letting us know. Oh yeah, hi. Triple H said in yesterday right after the show, and he said that once his knee and back is better, there'll be a rematch. Also, was the ref's huge mistake? Yes, Michael Clash the Cast. Oh, thanks, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
Okay, Elizabeth, thank you for clarifying. Yes, I meant Scotland. I guess I meant Scotland because we know it's Scotland, not Ireland. I was getting my Becky, Lila Valkyrie, and
it would just be speaking of Scotland, it would just be so good for like, because like because obviously Drew's the heel and Punk is the face, but sometimes when you get into these hometown things that like for example, Punk being when he fought John Cena in Chicago, he was the heel, but when he was in Chicago, he was the face that night because of the crowd. I think it would be awesome for because obviously Drew's going to be the face that day, for Punk to tap into his heel Punk a little bit and screw him over in his hometown and everyone freaks out and boos Punk. It would be hilarious to me.
That's great. That's great.
And Punk's going to be there.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's got to be the thing. He screws it up.
It was 6 months. It's actually been 6 months to the day, yesterday, of Punk returning. Which is crazy. It's 6 months. It's crazy. I can't believe it's been.
I don't know. It feels to me 10 months ago that we went to WrestleMania.
It's so weird.
It feels really odd. So now in the final match of the night, we get Cody and Logan.
First, before we talk about the match.
But you know what? Now I have to blow my nose. Yes. Wait, hold on. Keep going.
Yeah. No, so we talk about I don't know. I think Logan's great. I just didn't really understand why it was Logan Cody in the first place. It just didn't. They just handed it to Logan. They're like, here, you get a championship opportunity. But then other people have to earn it. It was just a little weird. But I didn't mind it after the match because the match was great.
I think the way they gave it to Logan was because I think Logan is probably known internationally by all those people.
Yeah, he's huge. He's huge over there.
That is the reason. It's that reason alone. He is huge over there. And even the fans, a lot of them were into Logan. So there was not, there were people that were.
That's the second time he's fought for the title in Saudi Arabia because he fought Roman in Saudi Arabia too.
Because he's a known entity in Arabia. It's all about that kind of positioning. That didn't surprise me. That the buildup was weird. I'm like, why is he jumping ahead of everybody and getting a shot at Cody? Like that made no sense to me. That being said, I thought it was the match of the night. I thought there was a lot of ridiculous storytelling in it, but it still was the match of the night. And I'll tell you, like, when you get this shit,
I saw that picture and I was like, what the hell? I couldn't even believe what I was looking at.
I mean, are you seeing what I'm seeing? These leapfrogging off the thing, but the height that this guy gets and the accuracy of when he lands is just athleticism out crazy. Like, it's crazy. I mean, legitimately, Logan probably could beat anybody.
It's just crazy because like people do this their whole life, and Logan just did it like out of nowhere, and he's like that good. It's got to be frustrating if you're like a superstar who watches this happen. It really has to be. It has to be frustrating that someone can do this just naturally.
I've never seen anybody do that quickly. But we all knew, and you and I discussed this, he had an amateur wrestling background back in Ohio.
And he's just athletic. I mean, it definitely helps.
I mean, he knew wrestling.
Yeah. And he was a fan. And he was a fan too.
Like, it wasn't just like, Joe Blow, who he knew wrestling. He knows how to wrestle. The entire thing with the brass knucks. What's your thought?
And that's the one thing. I'm just so tired of the brass knuckles. I think it's just like so overdone. Like, I don't know. Like, I know they keep doing it, but it's just like, I don't know. I feel like you got to think of something else to do at some point.
I mean, I kind of am like, I guess they have to do something like that to make him a heel, but it just feels so unnecessary.
I just feel like with him, he deserves to win a couple of matches clean. He's that good. Just have him win clean. Like,
but before at the very beginning, he won matches clean.
Yeah,
and then they decided once they moved him into these bigger matches, they had to make him a heel.
Yeah.
I understand he naturally is a heel.
Yeah.
But even the heels sometimes, well, not Roman, but people win.
Yeah, you got Gunther, like guys like that. But I just think for his character, he deserves to win a couple matches clean because he's that good. Like, he deserves to win matches regularly.
Who do you think wrestled the better match in that match? Logan?
I mean, who? Do you think Logan?
I'm asking, do you think Cody or Logan wrestled the better match?
I think Cody, only because I just think his in-ring, his in-ring work is just phenomenal. And like all I'll say is, I mean, we didn't get to talk about it obviously, but he got a 5-star rating from AJ, and I think that AJ Cody match was one of the best matches I've ever seen. Like, I loved it. It was awesome. It was a true classic. And then Cody busted out the vertebreaker, which is not allowed. It's literally banned, which I'm surprised they even let him do. Against Logan, which I thought was great. And I just think they're really letting Cody tap into like his independent old school wrestling moves, that I think is really cool. And that's why I think I'm really interested in his. I think he's getting even better.
Cody?
I think Cody's getting even better during his run.
I've been worried. Do you think that this run is not going as well as they hoped already? That it's getting a little bit stale?
I just think there's a lack of competitors on SmackDown that really have a reason to even be fighting him. And I mean, that's at the end of the day, that's really true. That's truly what people didn't mind of Roman not wrestling as much, because it made every single title appearance more meaningful. So Cody wants to be the fighting champion, and he fights on every single show. It doesn't seem as meaningful because everyone just gets a chance to fight him. Roman was like, all right, if you get to fight me, it's only going to happen once every 4 months. So, like, make it worth it.
Remove my camera here?
I'm not sure.
Just want to do what you did. Yeah, I was thinking, like, my only concern was if we did all this to get Cody the championship and sat through it for 2 years, you don't think they'd make an abrupt change and have him drop the belt?
I don't think so. I don't see him losing it until like next year's Mania. I don't see him, even if he fights Randy. I don't think he's gonna lose it. But a guy like Cody, I feel like you can do that because like he can easily just win it back. He doesn't need it. I don't want to see another like 5,000-day reign. I just don't. I'm not interested in that.
I know, that's what I'm worried. I don't think they'll do that again, right?
I just don't see it.
Not with Cody. I don't see Cody being.
I don't see it.
Yeah. So what was your grade for this pay-per-view? PLE.
I gave it like an A-. I didn't have any problems with it.
At first I gave it a minus, and then I moved it to an A because I actually thought everything was really great.
Yeah, I truly like. I think everything.
I literally sat there like I was not bored.
Yeah,
I didn't do anything. I was like watching the whole thing, and I loved the thing that you had mentioned. It's 5 matches.
Yeah, that's why it's so much better. It's so much better.
I thought it was kind of weird to shuffle Bianca and Jade to the pre-show, which is the buy-in, I guess. But
yeah,
do they even? That was the only thing I didn't.
The only thing about them is their finisher is like really cool.
So, their finisher is amazing when she throws her. Yeah,
I can't wait. Truly, every time I watch them fight tag team, it makes me more interested, more like excited to watch when they finally fight each other. That match is gonna be so good.
That'll be.
They're gonna fight each other eventually
at SummerSlam.
I see it soon. I don't see because
I see it.
Because if they hold, I'm telling you right now, if they hold the tag titles, no one's gonna beat them. So it's stupid. Like they're unbeatable. It's like when Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior or Randy Savage were tag team. It's not fair. It's not fair.
I see it completely falling apart. Now, one question: what is this thing with the rumors of Bianca being pregnant?
I know. I mean, she wouldn't be fighting, so she's not.
And how did that start?
It's because Montez put on his Instagram father of 3 and then deleted it and put back. He changed it from he has kids. He has 2 kids. Montez with someone else. He changed it to father of 3, left it up for like an hour, and then deleted it and put it back to father of 2. So everyone was like, "Oh my god!"
So you made a mistake?
Well, why would he change his bio?
Wait, he changed his bio to father of 3.
He already has father of 2 in there for like his whole Instagram.
Right.
And then the other day, out of nowhere, he put father of 3 and then changed it back to father of 2.
Because I kept thinking, did I miss something? Did Becky go on the mic and say, "I'm having"?
No, it was all like people just like being detectives on social media.
Because didn't she talk about getting pregnant at one time in the documentary, and that they were waiting to have a baby?
Yeah, they're waiting or something. Yeah, they want to have a kid, but they don't know yet.
She hasn't had a baby.
No.
Okay, because part of me was going, "Oh my god, they're writing off."
Yeah, there's some rumors. Yeah, there's some rumors about that, but there's no way she'd be fighting. So there's just no way.
Okay, tonight is AEW's grand pay-per-view, AEW Double or Nothing, which is the biggest one. I mean, that's the one that has always been their big thing. And again, doesn't it feel weird? You have no MJF, you have no Adam Cole, you have no this, you have no that. You have a lot
rumors of MJF for today or no?
I heard that he wasn't coming back.
Yeah.
That he's not ready. That it's a show. He had shoulder surgery, and the shoulder surgery didn't go as well as they thought. Maybe he shows up, but I don't think he would do anything.
Yeah.
Ring wise.
So it's probably not even worth him coming back.
Right. So I don't.
They desperately need him.
I was watching the show the other night, and the stories are very. Like everything was manic on Dynamite, the go home show. There was a lot going on.
Yeah.
To set up, they had the blood, they had the moments, they had blood dripping all over Malachi Black, like a Kerry moment that Adam Copeland did. And they did things, but they didn't land like they should. Like they're not landing like they should.
Yeah, I honestly think it's a little like I like the storylines recently of AEW. I think they're a little they're refreshing and they're different. And I know they're trying to do more, but I don't know. It just seems like people aren't interested. Like people really aren't going to the shows, and I feel like that's a problem.
Yeah, I wonder what it'll be like there. But let's go through
Where is it today?
What?
Where is it? Do you know?
Las Vegas.
In the basketball arena, I guess.
I thought it was at the MGM. Isn't that where they usually have it? At the MGM?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So we have Willow Nightengale versus Mercedes Mone. Now, this Mercedes Mone thing, nothing's happened. So
No.
I'm assuming this is her first match.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like it hasn't hit, like you're saying. Her debut just doesn't feel important, and it should.
I mean, she's one of the biggest things they have, and it feels.
She said she's the best women's wrestler of all time, which is just not true.
Who said that?
Monet. She said it yesterday on an interview.
Oh yeah.
And then everyone's like, I forgot Bianca Belair existed.
So in your mind, you like Bianca? You think Bianca's better?
Well, I don't think Bianca's the best ever, but I think she's better than Monet. So like, it's like she's obviously just not the best ever. I think Rhea's way better than her.
But you would put Bianca above Mercedes.
Yeah, easily. Not even a question.
Yeah. So Willow Nightengale versus Mercedes. This is going to be Mercedes, right? Because she's done nothing.
I would put $1 million that she wins.
And then we have Roderick Strong versus Will Ospreay for the international title. I really hope they give this to.
I would assume Will win, unless there's some interference or something. But I would assume if it's clean, then he wins.
But aren't we? What I don't want to have happen to Will Ospreay is I want him to ultimately be the champ of AEW.
Yeah, which I think he will eventually.
Does this bury him in this other group? You know.
Yeah, I guess right now they just don't see him as. I don't know if it has to do with him always going back and forth, but I don't know because he leaves after every show to go back to.
There was a big thing today about Triple H and him. He explained something about the whole WWE and why he chose something with Triple H. Did you see that? I didn't get a chance to read it.
I didn't get to see that, but I know they have beef with each other because like Will said that thing on the show not too long ago, and everyone was like, "Why'd you say that?"
So we can't just hijack him and put him in WWE. I guess won't happen.
Well, it's because Triple H kind of like said something about him running away from the grind, which was, I mean, he's not wrong. I mean,
because he's going back and forth.
Yeah, because like he wouldn't have been able to do that with WWE, so that's why he chose an easier schedule for him. So
we have Roderick and Will. Yes, it's going to go to Will.
I think so. I mean, I definitely understand what you're saying about if he wins, it kind of separates him from the main title. But
if Roderick's strong in the group and the Undisputed Kingdom comes in and beats the crap out of him.
Yeah, then I could see that.
So maybe he keeps him at another, so he could go for the title. Tony Storm versus Serena Deeb. It's Tony Storm.
Yeah,
right.
I'm not too interested in that match though. I don't think Tony. I mean, Tony's obviously gonna win, so it's just like I don't really care.
John Moxley versus Takeshita for the IWGP title eliminator match. Can you explain that to me?
Well, explain what though? So
John Moxley is the IWGP champion, isn't he? So what is their eliminator match? What do you mean?
Like if Takeshita wins, he gets a chance at it. I think I'm pretty sure.
What I'm saying, it says eliminator match.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think if Takeshita loses, he can't fight for it or something. I'm not too interested. I'm not too sure on.
You're not too interested and not sure, right? I know. So like that's the thing. I don't get it. Adam Copeland versus Malachi Black for the TNT title. I'm excited
for that match because I really like Malachi Black. I do, and I really want him back in WWE. But I think that match is gonna be great.
That's what everybody's saying. How do you feel about Adam Copeland over there?
I mean, I'm glad that he's doing what he wants to do. I'm glad he's fighting guys he didn't get to fight. I mean, I'm just so I mean, I personally want Malachi to win. I mean, I think he should win.
I think Malachi should win.
Yeah.
So are we predicting Adam or Malachi? We're doing our predictions here.
I'm gonna predict Malachi for that one.
All right, I'm going Malachi. Okay, Trent Beretta versus Orange Cassidy. This upset me because I love my Orange Cassidy. He's my guy. And now it's like, why did Trent Beretta turn heel? I don't even understand it. And then there was a sue his mother. It's like Susie.
Yeah.
Why do we know? Is it he's jealous? Like what's
I think that's what I think. Yeah, I think that's what they're going for.
Okay, so what happens here? A bloodbath because they both like to bleed now.
I don't know. I think Beretta has a shot.
I do too.
Like,
I think
a low key shot because I think Orange Cassidy doesn't need the win. You know what I mean? He's popular, so I could see I could see him losing.
I think this is going to be a bloodbath because both of these guys. My Orange somehow loves to bleed, which I don't know.
He used to never bleed, and now he bled.
Now let's do it.
He hung out with too many guys in the locker room. And they're like, "Yo, you're not bleeding."
Trent bleeds all over the place, so that's going to be a blood. Yep.
Yeah.
So you're going with Trent?
Yeah. Are you going to go with Orange just because you like him?
I'm going with Orange because I like him.
Yeah.
But I think Trent might win. All right. Now we've got Chris Jericho versus Hook versus Shibata for the FTW title. I hate this storyline.
Well, I hate Chris Jericho.
I hate Chris Jericho.
Can he just retire, please? I'm sorry.
I mean, this new thing is like, thank you. I'm like, they're all turning into these smug jerks. He's doing the same thing that the Young Bucks are doing. And now Big Bill is with him. Like, where did this all come? Where is our guy?
Jeff Hardy.
No. No. Oh my God. Who is with Big Bill?
Oh my God. Why am I not remembering his name? They were just fighting like the other day.
He's the friend of Punk's.
Wait, who?
Hold on, just a second. Ricky Starks.
Oh yeah.
Where is Ricky Starks? Because Ricky Starks.
Oh.
Huh?
I said I don't know. Is he like off the show completely?
Well, he said something like, "I'll be back," something like that on social media. But since he went, do you remember when he was shown on WWE in the box rooting for Punk? He hasn't been on the show.
Yeah.
And wasn't there rumors that Starks was going to WWE?
There still are rumors that when his contract's up.
Okay, well, he's not there unless he comes out tonight.
Yeah, maybe he does.
And joins Jericho and Big Bill.
Yeah.
So
maybe,
anyways.
I mean, that'd be kind of stupid, but whatever.
Would be stupid. Hook and Shibata, what's the point of this? I want Hook. But who wins this? Who are you predicting?
I've heard rumors of him, too, being big WWE bound soon.
Hook?
Yeah.
That would be interesting. Would they take
supposedly Taz wants him there.
But would they take him there? He's a smaller guy.
I think he'd fit in there, though. I think he's good on the mic and stuff, and his entrance is pretty cool.
And what about the rumors also that went on this week about, not rumors, but didn't Will Ospreay talk about Ricochet and how Ricochet is underutilized in WWE?
Yeah, meanwhile, Ricochet's on the show every single week.
Where is Ricochet?
I mean, they give him the Speed Championship.
Which everyone thinks is stupid. So, yeah, right?
It's so stupid.
So, what do you think of Ricochet going to AEW?
I mean, he'd fit in there with the way they wrestle and stuff. I mean, it'd be great. I mean, him and Will Ospreay would put on an 8-star match. It would, like, literally, like,
I'm all for it now. I don't know about Samantha. She'd have to stay.
I was gonna say I just don't see him leaving, especially with her. They've seemed pretty serious.
Okay, and then we have Swerve Strickland versus Christian Cage for the AEW Championship. I see Swerve. I don't think it's
I think Swerve easily wins. He should.
And I don't
It'd be funny if Christian won, but
with all his troop, I don't see it. I don't see Swerve. Where is Hangman Adam Page? He's not. Didn't he get hurt too after going nuts, like mentally nuts? He's not there. So we could have him come back, MJF, Adam Cole. All these people could pop up.
Cole, tonight. Yeah, I can't believe Cole's not healthy yet. It's been so long.
I mean, and where's Britt Baker?
She's also hurt.
I've also asked you for 1 year, if you go back and watch all our shows, I keep saying, where's Britt Baker? She isn't back.
I'm gonna make a compilation of you saying where's Britt Baker from like episode 4.
Where's Britt Baker?
Because remember, we were talking about Britt Baker possibly being the devil.
The devil.
Yeah. So it's been that long.
There's no Britt Baker. Now, Team AEW versus the Elite Anarchy. That's Anarchy in the arena.
It's gonna be absolutely ridiculous.
It's gonna be nuts. So you have Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, because Darby Allin's in it, and he's gonna throw himself off something that he shouldn't throw himself off of.
So Darby, tell me about this, okay? Darby Allin got hit by a car after breaking his foot previously on a mount. Like, what's going on? Didn't he get injured? Like, run over? Do you know what I'm talking about or no? Are you there?
Darby?
Are you hearing me? Your videos. Darby.
Yeah, I hear you.
Didn't he get hit by a car?
What happened?
Darby Allin got hit by a bus. You're not hearing me.
There you go. I hear you now. You like slowed up for a second. I don't know how.
And you slowed up. Can you hear me now?
You hear me now?
I hear you. Do you hear me?
Yeah. We're good.
Okay. Darby Allin got hit by a bus.
Yeah.
Hit by a bus.
And he's gonna throw himself off the top of the arena today.
Exactly. So does this make any sense? I mean, it's going to be ridiculous.
I can't wait. I'm sorry, but these matches are the matches that like I just watch because it's exactly what AEW is. It's just ridiculous. It's gonna be awesome.
It's like I can't wait for him to get in a car crash.
I can't wait for him to throw himself off the like freaking sign of the building.
It's gonna be so ridiculous. And then and who else is in? Okay, Jack Perry, the Young Bucks, and Okada.
Yeah.
Who all he wants to do is spill blood all of a sudden everywhere. It's like, what is this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So who's gonna win this bloody car crash?
I think the Young Bucks. I think because they haven't had a win in a while. I think they're gonna get a win.
I'm going with Young Bucks and Jack Perry, who I didn't even understand how his suspension got lifted because that was really never explained.
Is Tony Khan gonna come out and cost them the win?
Well, I'm hoping Tony Khan comes out and goes, "We called security. I was afraid for my life." Let's go to that footage.
So dumb.
Oh, and Bang Bang Gang versus Death Triangle. Do you realize that Jay White?
So many matches.
Jay White. I just want to say, Jay White. Doesn't it feel like they're trying so hard with Jay White? Like, it's not clicking.
He should have went to WWE. He truly should have. Seriously.
So we have one, two, three, four, five, six. Okay. I want 10 matches.
Yep.
This is a 10 match card.
That's why it's so hard to like watch that for that long. I love wrestling, but like I don't love it that much.
I don't know, because sometimes they put on an amazing show.
A show like this, I'd rather be there in person. You know what I mean?
For 10 hours?
I just like when I'm at home, I get like distracted for that long.
Right.
It's just hard to watch something for that long. And it's not like a WrestleMania or something.
Right. But probably the wrestling will be really great.
Yeah, I'm not. I think it's gonna be a great. I think it's gonna be really good and probably better than yesterday's. But just because of the amount of matches, it kind of has to be. So.
All right. So our plan is we're gonna come back tomorrow
And discuss Double or Nothing.
Discuss Darby Allin throwing himself off a building and bloodshed at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern time, right here on the Michael Fairman channel. Before I go, you did get that message I sent you where Bleacher Report weighed in on their top 100 AEW stars of all time so far.
Yeah.
And I was wondering what you thought of that, because I'm going back to it. They have number 1, Jon Moxley, number 2, Kenny Omega, 3, MJF, 4, Young Bucks, 5, Bryan Danielson, 6, Chris Jericho, 7, Hangman Page, 8, the missing Britt Baker, 9, Cody Rhodes, and 10, Sting. With Orange Cassidy at 11 and Darby 12 and Punk at 13.
I like the list. I personally would rather have. I think MJF is 1. I do. I know Moxley. I guess Moxley. You know what? Moxley being 1 isn't the worst thing. I mean, he's literally carried that company on his back. He really has. Like whenever somebody's out, he steps up. He doesn't miss time. He's always healthy. Like I mean, he even took time away when he had to go to like the rehab and stuff, and he came back and was right there. So, I guess he's 1. But other than that, I don't mind it. The only other one is that I'd probably have Danielson a little higher, but that's it.
Higher backward or higher forward?
Like, I don't think Danielson's been there long enough to like be as high as he is.
I would move Danielson back.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like up the list.
Up the list.
Yeah.
Okay. I would put MJF 1, and I think Cody maybe lower, closer to the front.
Yeah.
Okay. Round 2 tomorrow. More to continue.
1 o'clock Eastern.
1 o'clock Eastern, unless the show goes till 1 o'clock Eastern.
Then we'll just do it right after the show.
That's right after. I'm sure there'll be a media scrum for several.
Those are always interesting. So we'll see.
Those are always interesting. They didn't do one for WWE, but that's because the press probably didn't all go to Jeddah.
Yeah. Probably not.
All right. Have a good Sunday. I will talk to you tomorrow. Okay.
All right.
Bye, everybody. Thanks.